It is Moon versus WFZ here in the winner bracket final, a Night Elf versus Undead. And we go again to WFZ's home turf. We start on Terranas Stand at BREC, man. This was the grand final of the offline event closely before Christmas, and boy did WFZ get beaten. That wasn't even funny. Like, there was no chance for this Undead. He seemed to be pretty strong today in some games, especially on this map. So I wonder what his solution is against the strongest Night Elf versus Undead player that this game has at the moment. Moon in red in the upper left and WFZ in the bottom right. How much does he play like Lucifer? Did he take some of his tricks out of the book? With a Dreadlord, with ghoul rushes, something like that? Or is it just the normal DK ghoul opening fiend stuff? We'll see, it is a DK.
DK to start with. Something that Lucifer also did yesterday, it's just a minor thing, but I like that it's being done more and more, is the first ziggurat up in front of the base. Because, why not? You can upgrade it to a narrow tower, you're gonna have some nice steady defense, in front, and that slow, if you should find yourself under pressure, it's gonna be very helpful. That being said though, normally Night Elf's not the race to attack an Undead in his main. No race really is, I guess. It's gonna be more about creeping early, getting level 3, and getting that expansion. That is at least what I'm expecting here from Moon. He loves going for his economy plays, doesn't he?
Indeed, and every Night Elf loves the Engine of War creeps, and that's what we are seeing as well. Archer right next to it, Wisp will follow, Keeper is coming, so Lightning Shield... Ooh.
Not quite doing it right. There we go. Okay.
There we go. Alright, Keeper is in as well. Using the Treants for the Renegade for now, sending him over to the Apprentices, killing these guys off. Archer in the middle of everything, that's nice, so hopefully he won't deny anything as Fly did before.
Big Wisp detonate here. Moon investing the early Wisp to go against the Lightning Shield that the DK used for creeping. Makes it so he has to invest more mana to finish off this camp, and nicely finding that greater mana potion, of which we've seen so damn many today. And also on the Keeper. Are you serious?
See, this is like the day of big mana potions.
It's like number 7 or something.
I know, man. It's at least number 5 in 3 games. That's
yeah, I mean, you know, not just on this map. We had it on LR as well. It was way more than 5.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were just counting in Terranas Stand, but yeah. In total, of course, then it's way more than 5. Moon going for level 3 with, of course, an expansion. This guy is so greedy. This guy is... You can expect it by now that Moon is always playing with an expansion. It's already a surprise if he's not doing that. But WFZ seemingly knows about this, pulling in quite a few ghouls and has the Shadow Priest ready, plus the big mana potion. This is not the worst position to push in.
And this is the meta where for the first time ever we're seeing Shadow Priests for Undead. Usually never before seen, but it's so good against the Keeper that even if you can't heal him... Oh, can he surround you? Wow! He found the surround on the Keeper. But he's actually invisible. Can he keep it close and go for the dust? He can.
Looks like
Has to look at the duration on the skeletons now, so they don't pop open the surround.
Wisps are coming.
Oh, Wisp coming in, but he has 4 ghouls around. He should be able to hold it. He does. Wow, with the 4 ghouls.
The diamond surround there. Nice play by WFZ. The expansion will most likely fall, man. Maybe even the Engine of War. Like, there's so much pressure with the ghouls now.
Why is he not killing the tree?
Yeah, I'm not sure,
What's up with these people not killing the tree? We saw this yesterday already from whoever it was. Kill it!
Greedy for
it's right there!
Greedy for experience. He's just walking away.
Are you... The Keeper's in position again. He's level... What the hell is happening with these people not canceling expansions?
Oh, Remo's getting angry again. The Devil's Horns.
There was an excellent opening. You forced the TP out of him. He could have cancelled the expo right then and there.
It's double crypt. It's Gargs. So he thinks, alright, maybe I shouldn't lose too many ghouls for this, as I can kill this later anyway. But is that the right choice? I'm not gonna be as harsh as you are, but certainly a questionable decision for sure. As it's time for the Keeper now to creep up with like 6 treants here. Super easy to do. Moon is teching on the other side as well, but there's gonna be a good timing for Gargs for WFZ.
Okay, but against the Gargs we already have 4 units with piercing damage. More archers are on the way, I imagine. Not at this very moment, but can of course easily reinforce. Thank you very much, Rick Prime, with the 11-month resub here. DK continuing to creep, getting close to level 3 with one hell of an inventory for the Lich, by the way.
Hell yeah. 15 damage already from 3 items. That's pretty neat. You have a lightning shield here, which will be nice against the ghouls, I guess. But the expo is up, and tech is at 40%. Hunter's Hall is coming, he's not forgetting about that. Still, WFZ can't afford to lose these ghouls. He needs them for the damage against the trees. Tier 2 is done, Lich is coming, Gargs are starting to be built in the crypt. Lightning shield now for creeping, but WFZ is there.
Coil last hit will give him level 3, there it is, and more intelligence for him as well, not too bad. That's one coil down though. He would love to thin out the archer and headhunter numbers here to eliminate the anti-air as much as he can. But actually everything gets away. Not a single unit died in this whole little skirmish, which is amazingly surprising.
And Moon has 3 anti-air units for the first Garg, who was on a click, I guess, and now he is already about to die.
Player's forces are under
But he's diving for the entangled gold mine? That's weird.
This mid-game follow-up is looking a little strange so far. Alright, Keeper coming in for the defense. Shadow Priest here for the Undead probably isn't going to be surviving for too long. But if the Lich finds the range army here, connects with a Nova... Oh, the Keeper in trouble as well.
Yes, that was cancelled. WFZ saving his Shadow Priest. And Moon has 2 of them though. Nova onto the first one, kills it off easily. But yeah, we do have Nova now. Always a threat for the Keeper and especially mass archers who are coming now against this Garg play. If he takes out the Berserker, it's a gigantic kill. And there's no saving him.
Yeah, where's the anti-air? It's quickly disappearing. There's 1 more Nova, soon to be 2 more Novas. I think Wisps have to come in here for the deadline. That's gonna be a big Nova onto 3 archers. He's not looking. Missing an opportunity there. Would have been at least 2 archers dead.
The expo is starting to pay off, man. Shop in the upper right. More archers coming, I guess. DK level 3 and a bit. Entangle on the school. He's losing that one. Expo is running. WFZ not going for tier 3. Going for Slaughterhouse now. Early Slaughterhouse transition, actually. How long can he keep Moon away from the tavern? Okay, not anymore. Alchemist is coming, and that is such a great counter to Gargs.
Exactly. Very, very good answer indeed. In the past, it used to be the Panda for the Night Elves. Panda pretty heavily nerfed though, wasn't he? And the Alchemist is turning out to be pretty much just as good, if not better than the Panda ever was. Saw that from Lucifer against TH, where the Panda, the Alchemist, excuse me, by himself defeated like 20 gargoyles or something.
It's pretty sick indeed. But there is no Alchemist yet. It's Keeper solo into Dryads. No Hippos at all. And it's quite a bunch of Gargs now. This is WFZ's timing to cause some trouble.
Wow. How long it took for Gargs to be played by the Chinese Undeads, dude. Took the Keeper meta for finally.
Basically 16 years until the Keeper arrives.
Pretty big Undead army though. We're gonna have more and more Gargs coming in. Ghouls as well. He doesn't have the tier 3 upgrades, but he's gonna have a statue soon. This is a pretty scary force right now, and Moon doesn't have much. Finally, he gets the Alchemist. That took forever. He has to be careful though. If the archers are caught out in the open, a Nova and a couple of Ghoul right clicks, they're all dead, and then maybe these Gargs really can snowball.
Alright, here they come. Onto the Dryads. Good position for the Gargs over there. Still standing in the concave, but the Ghouls are cleaning the archers. Dryads are taking care... the Gargs are taking care of the Dryads, so that's fine. So far... Oh, the acid bomb. So nice. Bomb. Look at them tick.
The statue here is desperately required. That's going to change a lot. Going for the Alchemist next now. So far, all Gargs still alive. The AP's coming in a little bit late. Maybe he should have set those up previously. Going for the Alchemist, Nova. I think he's gonna be dead. Only level 1 hero, though, is gonna be coming back fairly soon. Level 2 for the Lich at the same time. Sort of healing would be a big deal. He wants to go for it. Moon wants to steal it. Can he steal it in time? Yes, he can, but now almost dying for this one.
my god, the Lich is in trouble as well a little. The coil should be on cooldown for a little bit. He's blocking the Keeper, can't reach for more. And Moon is losing both of his heroes, man. WFZ is reigning supreme in the air. Archers are falling. Of course, there's a few Dryads, but 2 heroes versus 0. And Dryads feed these undead heroes so well. And the nuke was already strong against the 2 squishy heroes. I mean, the Alchemist, of course, high on HP, but still can be focused down easily at this point.
This tier 2 undead timing, so unusual to see. Normally undead always reliant on tier 3, but here the ghouls and the gargs are doing it. We're even in supply. In fact, the Night Elf slightly in upkeep now, but still no heroes. And what can you do without heroes?
Yeah, the Keeper is back from the tavern. He's taking down the shop though, so no clarity at the moment. Alchemist is back from the altar as well, so Moon has his double hero combo again. Does he have enough damage to knock down this tree? There's mass repair, but of course that's an invitation to knock them out with Gargs. Dryads are coming in the backline, Lich a little exposed. No damage onto the Dryads 4. Now he's going for the Keeper again, who's level 4 Coil Nova, and there's still no Moon Juice as it's daytime. Gargs are following him. 7 HP, what a save. The Gargs are taking heavy damage again, but yeah, level 3 for the Lich. This is so fast, and his damage is, as he pointed out earlier, off the chart. But WFZ is in danger of losing quite a few of his air units here.
Lose him he will, but he's trading them out for the Dryads. Down to 43 supply is gonna be Moon, but he's reproducing them so quickly as well. But WFZ is staying in there with the supply, and his heroes can hold their ground. They can stand here and fight. Where is the Keeper? Where is he? He's far away. He has to heal with the Shadow Priest, which is so slow.
Takes forever. And there's only 4 Wisps, Engine of Wars coming in for the defense now. If he kicks that, no Archers anymore. And the Lich has another Nova. The DK has no coil anymore though.
Statue is almost out of mana. Then it's going to be much harder to sustain here with his army. But the next statue is on its way. However, not here yet.
Yeah, no coils, no mana here. It needs a Nova into the Wisp and then kill the tree and then TP out, I guess. But he's switching the focus again. Acid Bomb into everything. Takes out another one. Heal Scroll a little too late to save the Dryad. But the Keeper is looking healthy again, as there is no coil. Oh, there is Coil Nova actually now. Has to decide if he saves the Garg or nukes the Keeper again. Or the Alchemist.
Heals up a little bit more. Running from Moonwell to Moonwell, and it just barely saves him, or will it? Not quite enough. He dies again, the Alchemist, still on level 1 only, with all his deaths. Whereas the DK is close to level 5.
Yep, Moon desperately trying to hang into this match here, but with what? 3 Dryads and a Keeper, 4th one, new statue with more mana, and this is another nuke onto the Keeper of the Grove. There is no Moon Juice anymore. He's not diving for it, switching the target to the Dryads again to be leveled up to level 5. That gives him more mana and a stronger coil, and man, he killed 3 heroes already with Coil Nova 2. Can only imagine how it looks like with Coil 3.
One more kill, and that is the level 5. A Treant will do it, but he's retreating for now. He's low mana and low HP. The 2 statues here now, only one of them really is with mana anymore. But what a hold by Moon, dude.
Yeah.
He lost, what, 3 heroes, but he's still in this.
And the Expo is still running. Not fully mining, but it's repaired. And without ghouls...
Tier 3 is done now, though. That's gonna mean Frenzy coming in soon. That's gonna mean the Orb. And Stone Form as well.
Yeah.
Destroyer Form maybe even.
Yeah, it's in research already, 60% against the Treants. On the ground. Alchemist still level 1. That's so key to not give him the level 2 Acid Bomb for the additional damage over time. Attack upgrades for Moon. Number 2 is coming. He has 1 defense upgrade already as well. Like, I feel like we see way more upgrades these days.
Yeah. I would tend to agree. How many Gargs do we have? Around 9, 10 or so. And now the Orb. That is such a massive damage increase. These Dryads already earlier didn't survive too long, seemingly. But WZ has to keep the pressure up. This Expo is still the win condition.
The longer the game goes, the better, of course. Moon has the supply lead again, but his hero levels are absolutely mediocre. 4 and 1 against 5 and 4 soon. And we all love this level 4 on the Lich. This is level 5. Here's the call. Destroyer stays alive. 1 Garg falls. It's a good anti-air mass for Moon now, but almost 1 volley for a kill of the Dryad. Needs the level 2 upgrade. And now the Lich is out of position. Gets the level 4 though. Where's the coil? Here we go. Keeps him alive for now, and he's killing so many Dryads, but is it enough to keep this Lich alive? No. Has to swap the TP. Damage is done, but Expo's still alive.
Dude, Moon. Unbelievable how long he's holding on here.
So sick.
And now buying so much time with that TP forced. WZ should really invest into an invul here, I think. Also, A-Bomb with Disease Cloud would do wonders. But seems to be switching into Fiends now, possibly.
Double Crypt Fiends is so good against Dryads. I mean, Acid Bomb still affects them, and Entangle is nice against them as well. But you should be able to outcoil that. Curve the Vitality. For the Lich, decent, I guess.
Yeah,
Plus 20 damage now.
He's gonna have longer time to survive in between the coils. Not bad.
Moon is rarely fully mining, by the way. Gets the Scourge Bone Chimes now. Won't be enough for a transition, I guess, as he's still tier 2, no Orb of Venom, no strong mountain giants, no bears possible, really. And for Hippos, it's too late as well once he sees the first Fiend.
Bit of a creep jack here coming in. One Dryad almost dying thanks to that ensnare. Level 3 now for the Alchemist. Big upgrade right here with the Acid Bomb.
Alright.
Not using it, surprisingly. The Gargoyles are all stacked up on top of each other. And there it is. Hits absolutely everything. At -1 armor now are the Gargoyles.
But he moves them away from the Dryads, so they are not attacked. Now they're moving into range again. Needs some last hits still here. Oh, nice healing by Moon as well to keep these Dryads alive and get a few kills on the Gargs when he's down to 46.
Alchemist had to go for the invul right there. Long range coil level 3 heals so much right there onto the Destroyer.
The Gargs are just disappearing against this Acid Bomb level 2. The Fiend, of course, is nice, but it needs some time to transition. Otherwise, he can just pick him up with Entangle, and that's exactly what he does. But the Alchemist has to be careful.
Alchemist! Coil Nova? Where is it?
Going for the Keeper. There we go.
Oh!
Executes the Keeper. Boom! Into the ground. And now without Entangle and without Nutrients, this is really hard. Can Moon... Oh, he has 1,000 gold. He gets him back from the tavern. But can you just execute him again? There's so much mana for Nova, at least, but not too much for Coils.
It's got still one Coil Nova left, though, and we saw how much that hurts. By the way, behind all of this, there's an Expo coming up.
Yeah.
And now I think it's too late to cancel this one. Really good play by WFZ. He wasn't quite able to crack his opponent, but he was able to keep this an even game. And the Lich now so close to level 5.
What a difference a few weeks make. And what a difference an online and offline tournament makes for WFZ especially. Lich close to level 5, DK closing in on 6 for level 3 Aura, which is insane. Shop again being built but cancelled as well. Last hitting, not too great. Oh, another good heal scroll. 2 Fiends now dispels the Entangle immediately with the Destroyer. Long range kills that one. Alchemist is going rampage in the middle, but a little like a headless chicken. Nice burrow to save this Fiend.
Alchemist, Nova, there's a coil ready as well, but he's a pretty tanky boy. He's gonna get out of this. Mass Fiends, Mass Dryads here, Micro to the back. Dude, Moon is so good with his Dryad Micro, by the way, but it's hard to keep him alive against this Lich and against these Fiends. Level 5 now on the Lich, going for the Keeper once again. He's not that tanky, he has to be careful. Coil, Nova, he survives that for once, but more right clicks coming in, and he has to use the TP to survive. But there's no healing back in the base.
True that. The Moon Juice is empty. Undead Expo is running. WFZ's burrows are so on point, I feel. He keeps him in the ground for a little more regen. But he's rarely losing any Fiends, and that is so key.
Yep.
And the next Coil Nova is going to kill this Keeper again. Does he have a Coil? Yes, he does. Does he have a Nova? Oh, of course.
Ancient of War here coming up to deal with the gold mine over on the undead side, but Ghouls could cancel it. Ghouls moving over right now, in fact. And what about this gold mine? It's 5 Fiends now, and the Coil Nova, and the Keeper is dead again. The level 6 for the DK. Moon has held on for so long, for so well, but I don't know that he can do it anymore.
Is this the next hero kill here, or will he focus on the Dryad? Because they're getting kind of close to critical mass. Lich is in focus now. No Entangle for Disable to hurt. Dryads are coming back. Oh, nice clutch coil. And now it's the Alchemist again. He has an invul reveal being used. Oh, plenty of Fiends falling now thanks to that detection. And no coil ready. Man, Moon. Here comes the Nova, but level 4 against it. Just right clicks against this hero now, triggering the invul. Soon. There we go. 7 seconds. But then what?
These 2/2 Dryads are putting in a lot of work, but at this point, it's only Dryads and nothing else. Yes, the Alchemists are helping a little bit, but what's the Keeper really doing anymore? Nothing, especially not when he's dead, obviously. GG, and WFZ continues to impress today.
Man, he's one map away from the playoffs, and who would have really thought, after what we saw at BREC, that he's able to, like, drag Moon into a long and fierce battle, and even defending him here. That's quite an upset for me, to be honest.
One step away from making it out of Group B in first place. And this is a tough group, dude.
Yeah.
All the other 3 opponents of his made it into the playoffs at the last WGL. He did not, but man. As Lucifer impressed me on Monday, it is WFZ today with a great, great performance.
Yeah, he has those days here and there where he's just shining. Pretty damn crazy, man. This Lich was, of course, a gift with the 2 claws and the mantle. He always had mana as well.
Yes.
These nukes, holy shit.
That's true. If that was 2 rings instead of 2 claws,
it's a whole different game.
It's a very different game. But you know, we have some RNG in this game here. That's the way it works.
Indeed. Yeah, the undead crests being spammed in chat. I like to see that.
It's really been a while since I saw WZ play this well, though. And with these kinds of performances, when he shows those, you suddenly start to wonder, maybe he's not that far behind 1-0. But as with many players, his issue is consistency.
Yeah.
He has really big trouble proving numerous times without fail that he can play on that level. But sometimes, some days, everything is clicking and he's looking absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was his favorite map. It was a very, very nice surround in the early. Without that, I think, like, this is the key with a keeper, right? Keep him low, keep him under pressure, and that happened here, like, perfectly. Also, a good time transition into Fiends, I guess. He saw, oh man, he's starting to snipe out these Gargs pretty easy, especially with the acid bomb. So the Fiend transition was very good.
Yeah. And the heroes there, carrying him for so long. Didn't even need the counter expo in the end, but had that ready as well. Everything really, really well done by him. But yeah, Terranos Stand, a map that he really likes, and the specialty, so easy to get that Shadow Priest, changes so many things. Not gonna be the case here, probably, on Echo Isles, where we head to next.
Yeah. Moon's pick. Otherwise, it's going down to the lower bracket in a battle against Fly. Quite a historic match that would be between 2 of the all-time greats. But first, we focus on the winner bracket final. Match points for the Undead. What's Moon's plan B? Will it be Gargs again for WFZ? Will it be a Ghoul Rush? Will it be a Dreadlord? We've seen plenty of things from the Undead here, especially on this map. This map and Amazonia, I guess.
Yeah.
But WFZ is not a guy for Dreadlord first, usually.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw that from him. That's so far more of a Lucifer special. Dreadlord third against Orc, sure. But I don't think I've seen it from him against Night Elf before. If you do want to go Dreadlord first fast expansion, though, this is the perfect map to do it on. Where Lucifer was trying it against TH. Not successfully, but didn't look too bad.
We've seen crazy Dreadlord expansions here by Lucifer against Joshishi, and yesterday as well. Yesterday he was defeated though, and we'll see. DK or Dreadlord. He loves the Dreadlord third. But first... No, DK it is. And of course the Keeper.
Alrighty. Starting off with the green camp here is the Keeper, instead of the Merc camp. Is that the normal creep route?
I guess it's against the Ghoul Rush. So you have the Engine of War if ghouls are running in.
But isn't Ghoul Rush really bad against Keep? Oh well.
That's what.
It's the green camp anyways. So, are we gonna see an expansion again? I certainly expect that to be the case. I wonder if we're gonna see an early Shadow Priest as well. We saw a very interesting Lightning Shield creep earlier from Fly here, unconventionally, with a Farseer. Could theoretically be done here as well, but of course, the Wisp could detonate against that as he did on Terranas. Very good scouting by Moon. Sees what's going on, sees the creep route, doesn't get killed off, so he can gather more intelligence later. Really well done so far.
So, creeping begins. And the Keeper is rushing over immediately to just diminish the number of ghouls and put some pressure on the DK. Ring of Protection this time. The Lord of the Rings is back. That's his nickname in China because of his unfortunate item drops with these tier 2 permanents. Always rings, man. But no last hit here. Or was it? No, right? Sure. Oh, the Treant's coming in. No Entangle, of course, but could still be the kill on this ghoul. Nice micro, nice save. Still haunts him, though.
Keeper is pretty close to level 2, but he's not quite there yet. He needs 2 more hits, but there's a coil before. Saves that ghoul as well.
But this one... can he block? Not yet, though. One more hit, 2 more hits, I guess. Is there a coil ready? I think it is. Oh, but more Treants. This must be the kill, I guess. WFZ plays this so nicely. Not a perfect focus by Moon, though. He gave him that, but now the Keeper is coming. He has to see it.
No!
A player's force is
And he dies. Not level 2, now level 2, with the creeping on the other side. Losing a ghoul is okay. Losing acolytes, that would be painful.
Yeah.
2 are low already. WFZ needs to micro this.
Tower is there to help. He, by the way, scouted the expansion in the bottom, or Moon built it right next to the Acolyte that was standing there already. And ghouls are coming in. Oh, the Entangle kills an Acolyte. He doesn't have a backup one.
Could bring the Scout Acolyte over, but yeah, that is very expensive. He can easily cancel the expansion, though, if he just moves out with the ghouls, and that's exactly what he's doing right away. All of them, in fact. And yeah, the Scout Acolyte is being sent home.
It's only tier 1 for Moon. Huntress Hall is there. Okay, he's going into Huntress now. He has the first one already crept a little bit. But tier 2 is almost done, 60%. Graveyard is coming now. He doesn't have the resources for a second crypt. So that hurts him a little. And Moon is ready to defend.
But with what? 1 Huntress? 1 Archer. It's not too much, and this is quite a bit of damage. This is absolutely cancelled. The Keeper is too far away. Can't come back here in time. Nice opening by WFZ. It was a little bit expensive in the gold department. We're going to compare the gold mines soon. But the most important thing is he cancelled that Expo. How expensive can Moon make this? How many Entangle kills can he find now?
That's key. I mean, Hunters, of course, wreck ghouls. Especially with Entangle. Splits them now. Interesting idea. So at least 3 are safe. This Entangle focus, of course, can't really do too much against it. Does he want to coil it? No, just last hitting. And it's successful.
Trying with the Ensnare here from the Murlocs. Nice try. And he gets it as well.
Well done by Moon. Not only the damage, also the Ensnare. That should be a guaranteed kill. But maybe he can just deny it again and keep him away from level 3.
Gonna have to invest in Entangle here, and with a coil that might not be even good enough. Trying to go for the surround on the Huntress. It's gonna give up on that ghoul. Oh, is he though?
Second coil, last coil. And is it again? A surround, he's trying it
the surround.
again.
He's got it!
Well, for whatever reason this sticks, and he has the TP out again. Terranas stand repeating here. WFZ is playing really way better than he should.
He is playing so well. He lost 1 ghoul against a Huntress opening. This is exceptional, and it was denied.
And he cancelled the expansion.
Yes.
And he found level 2 as well. Jesus Christ.
Only issue is he used so many ghouls earlier, so that now he's really low on lumber. Ideally, you want to go tier 3 early and statues early. That he cannot do with the ghouls that he committed. And now he's getting creepjacked again, and some of these are slow. This is going to be painful. This might even be worth TPing out, honestly.
Nice saves. No, not saving it against an Entangle. Sending in the second ghoul into death. That is closer to level 3 on the Keeper. Level 2.6 now. He needs to transition as fast as possible. Another Entangle. Big mana used, but all guaranteed kills.
Alright, 3 ghouls down makes 4 ghoul losses in total in this game. The DK losing the TP here, that would be painful. Lich is coming over. Can he help him somehow? Trying to go for the block with the Keeper. DK evades the block, but here comes the Entangle. He's not using it. I guess he thought he wasn't going to be able to get it. It's hard with only 3 hunts. And the Keeper.
See this time no Gargs. We compare the gold mines. 9,800, 9,450. So 250 gold from this one Acolyte kill. Double Engines of Lore again for Moon. Nature's Blessing as well. Second try of an expansion. This time a little more successful than it was before.
A player's forces are under attack.
But yeah, with all the the losses of ghouls, can he still kill it? What? Like, I've never seen this before.
He's gonna go for the Ogre Major here with the heroes only as WFZ. He was considering being aggressive, harassing his opponent, but without a statue especially, that's hard to do, so he decides to just creep up himself, hoping for the greater mana here one more time. It's a one of mana stealing instead, though.
Against the Keeper, maybe not even too
A
bad.
player's forces are
Like, you get
under attack.
almost a coil, you prevent almost an entangle. We'll see if he finds a more position for this. With Fiends now, of course, against entangle, you have to play this very carefully. And this gives Moon time to expand.
No. It was delayed severely, but now it's coming up. What is the transition here? Dryads? Yes, it is Dryads. Fiends, of course, fare fairly well against them, as long as there is destroyers in the air to counteract against the entangle. Which was, by the way, very well done in the last game. The destroyer micro, always perfectly in range, never overexposed. Really, really well done by WFZ.
Yeah, that's something that Lucifer lacked yesterday. One of the reasons why he was eliminated by Norliot and TH. Because his destroyers were too far away. His end snares weren't on point.
Keeper here being
Chinese
pesky
baby.
with the entangle after entangle coming in. But now the statue alleviates a lot of those problems. And yeah, the lumber issues are starting to show here a little bit, or were starting to. When you have an earlier statue, he could have been more aggressive. He's really struggling with his levels this game. Not even level 3 DK yet, Lich not really level 2 either. And the Keeper is creeping up a storm right here. The Alchemist, I mean. On level 3 already himself.
No Tome of Experience though. Dryad production starts. And Expo. Oh, it's not mining yet. Has to produce the Wisp first. Whoa, Coil Nova deciding to go aggressive as there's no TP. Trying to trigger the heal scroll, but
Players' forces are under attack.
not working. Destroy upgrade is coming. 3 Fiends moving out.
Keeps the ghouls in the base for now. Not really worth going Frenzy here for only the low number that he has. Sentry Ward consistently giving perfect information. Sacrificial Skull?
Expanding.
Does he want to counter-expand?
Oh.
There's no new Acolyte number 6. Counter-expo time.
Alright. Rare to see that on tier 2.
Oh, and that Sentry Ward is so valuable now. Oh my god. He's gonna know it right away. If he looks. Which he should. He should have already seen the Sacrificial Skull.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, he's just starting at the creep spot. Maybe he just looks at the minimap and thinks it's just another unit.
We'll have some time, of course. Haunted Goldmine, I think, takes... What is it? 110 seconds?
Yeah.
120,
Pretty sure.
something like that. There we go. Would love to see another Ziggurat here. If you have 2 Spirit Towers up, it's really hard for Dryads to engage into that.
Absolutely. So, Ring of Regen here. Was hoping for another Claw, but Moon is getting in fighting chip. But also with Engine of War here and an Engine Protector, he's quite scared of a big push to come.
Has he really not realized this yet?
No.
There's consistently Acolytes moving south. I guess he really didn't see the inventory of the DK with the Sacrificial Skull. Now he's going into upkeep. But
Wow.
that could just be for defense purposes.
He's level 4 on the Alchemist. That's a
That's
big...
pretty good.
And good inventory as well, like super tanky. WFZ is going for a little distraction push, but won't do too much.
Oh, he's not making more towers, and it's only a Nerup tower.
Greedy.
I
He
think that
doesn't have
should have
the
been
resource.
2 Spirit Towers down there, honestly.
He's still producing the Acolytes. I guess if he starts mining a little, he's down to 110. He can't do anything right now.
Oh my god, Moon. Like, wasn't he at 50 supply 30 seconds ago?
Yeah, felt like it.
And now he's at 65. Very patient here, not even committing to the defense. I
And
think he
upgrades.
finally realized that the Expo is up. Yeah, he's sending a Wisp over. He's certainly expecting it. He's sending 2 Huntresses over as well to harass and annoy.
Only this one Nerubian, and he can't TP because there's no
Player's
Necropolis.
forces are under attack.
Starting this fight now. Of course, a lot of piercing damage on WFZ side, but how fast will his fiends fall? This call was nice, but the focus continues thanks to the acid bomb. It's super easy to knock them down now. TP out, but this goes into the main with another kill. Has to unburrow this fiend, gets the kill in the end, and the Huntress are going hard on the Acolytes.
Imagine if there would be 2 Spirit Towers here now. Maybe he could hold. Bring all the ghouls from the main, hide behind the Spirit Towers. Maybe that's good enough to hold on. But now? Don't know that that's gonna be doable. Shadow Melt here can't be dealt with. No dust, and only 2 fiends are left.
Big Congo line. Ouch. This is not ideal. The worst position for WFZ, I guess. The Spirit Tower is at 50%. Will this be the savior, the big one? 2 destroyers in the air, but that can't harm the Dryads.
Yeah, and it's a lot of Dryads with 1-1 upgrades now. DK surrounded against his own Spirit Tower. Oh no! That's unfortunate. Invul transferred will save him for 7 seconds, but Moon may just want to hold that surround. Has to fight out, has to kill the Dryad. Will be able to. The Alchemist trying to keep it stuck, but actually DK gets out. Lich, with plenty of mana, by the way. Can't coil. And Nova the Rise, of course. The DK in trouble again. Quick with a Dispel, but not quite quick enough as the first hero falls. Can he hold now with a Lich only? Well, seems like he is pretty soon going back to the grave again. And that's it. GG.
We go full distance in this winner bracket final. I like that. This build by WFZ, he had a great early, but that's about it. Like, once the Alchemist was there and fed.
I also think... Oh, oops, I just unplugged my earbuds here. So I can't hear you.
I'm not saying anything with value, so you don't miss anything.
WFZ, like against Fly, got really greedy about one thing again. He saw the Keeper moving over, being aggressive in his face, and he didn't upgrade this Narrow Tower for the longest time. If he upgrades that Narrow immediately when the Keeper shows up, he's not going to lose the Acolyte. He's probably not going to lose the Ghoul either. That's going to help him out already in the early game, but I think that what really cost him that game was losing the 3 Ghouls when he was getting Creepjack at the Merc Camp the second time. I think he should have TP'd out there, save the 3 Ghouls, then go for Frenzy. But yeah, it's a pretty unforgiving race. You make a few mistakes and it's over. But that gives us the third game exactly what we want.
There's a weird sound coming from you.
Yeah, there's some beeping going on outside.
Ah, your mother walking backwards again, I see. So, game 3 is Last Refuge. Kind of seems like we only see 4 maps today or something. With Terranas and Last Refuge the most prominent ones. So, 1 map decides who's joining TH and Lawlight.
The loser will drop down to play up against Fly after this one.
Yeah. So, here we go. Last Refuge. Fiends or Gargs or something entirely different?
Ooh. Definitely one of the 2, I'd say. Don't think we're gonna be seeing Necros or whatever. Certainly a Ghoul opening, though, I would expect. Fiends just take way too long to come online. Alright, here we go. Map number 3. WZ here has looked pretty strong so far in game number 1. Cancelling the expansion. Not cancelling the expansion, excuse me, but still winning. Game number 2, he cancelled the Expo, then proceeds to lose. Because of taking too much damage in that mid-game.
He's also a pretty unstable player mentally. Like, when things don't go the right way for him, a downward spiral starts oftentimes. That's why he's losing best of 3 series oftentimes when he had a lead. We've seen this at WGL plenty of times. He is the marathon man, but oftentimes with an unlucky ending in game 3. And at the moment, Moon should be way more stable in that regard, with all the experience he has and all the success he had lately.
Yeah. It's really been a fantastic couple of months, last 3 months for Moon. At Next, though, he didn't look that unbeatable. His team didn't come in first. It was Team Lin looking unstoppable in that tournament. That was only a few days ago, ended on Monday, offline in... What was the city? Guangzhou?
Guangzhou, indeed.
You're
The
now
Lion said, by
online
the way,
again.
that he missed us there. Isn't that
Yeah, he told me as well. It was really sweet. Acolyte, waking up the creeps here. Oh, being a little bit annoying. It's not going to cancel the Ancient of War, of course, but going to put in a little bit more damage. Is perhaps going to result in some repair. All right. There's a little bit more lumber. That's a little bit of a faster tech. Every little thing counts.
Yeah, that is correct. Keeper, of course, for Moon as well. Demon Hunter, Death Knight for WFZ. Moon, it's kind of untypical for him to go for the same strategy, like almost the same strategy twice in a row. We have a very early Huntress hunt for him.
We have a very early graveyard as well. He's staying on 3 ghouls. He is going... Wait a
Tet
minute.
Fiends.
It's a Tet Fiend opening? I didn't even realize.
Yeah, it is. Well, since Moon is going into hunts, it's okay, I guess.
But if Moon has 2 hunts, there's no way he can cancel an expansion coming up. He's only got skeletons.
Yeah. Well, you can gather a bunch of skeletons on this map. And
But there's
then
always going to be
push.
skeletons around the tree if Moon does it right, which he certainly should.
I really like the early Fiends thing because he lost the momentum on the map to when he lost all the ghouls. And this is not
Players'
going to
forces are
happen
under
with
attack.
Fiends to this extent.
Yeah, but he also killed the first expansion attempt with the ghouls. And I'm going to repeat myself here, but that's not going to be possible if Moon does it right. So, where is the expo? It has to be coming in somewhere. With hunts and late tier 2, you can't play on one base. Absolutely impossible. DK here hunting for a bit of wisps. Being annoying.
So it's an even later attack.
Oh wow, look at the expansion top left. Okay, he's not going to find that one.
Whoa. Haven't we seen this before lately as well? I know it was Twisted where Moon did
Players'
this.
forces are under
Yeah.
attack.
Expanding right next to the red spot. Very early on. And with Huntress, doable I guess. Like Huntress, Tree and Tree of Life.
It's going to line up with the Keeper. Kind of. With the Alchemist second, I mean. If he waits a little bit. So the expo of the construction of the tree takes 2 minutes. The entangling takes 3 minutes. With the walking and creeping, it's going to be at least another minute. So, since construction, about 4 minutes until we start to mine.
Players' forces are under
We have a new donation coming in. Thank you, Hoppy309 for the 10 euros. Thanks for the great stream. First donation for 2019. Won't be the last. Hope so, man. And hope that you continue to enjoy what we do.
Thank you very much. Alright, first Fiend is out. Issue is when you go Fiends early like this and are out on the map with them, they can die easily to a Keeper. Doesn't even have to be level 3 Keeper. With Huntresses, it can just be Entangle level 1, and then Huntresses there, surround, boom, Fiend dead. And that's what he's aiming for right now. Mana on the Keeper, he still has 2 more Entangles to use. And this Fiend is basically dead. And this is the big weakness of this build.
Correct. Moon's playing this nicely aggressive here. Don't know if he denied it. I don't think so. So level 2.5 already and 3 hunts. But he saw the expansion. So at least he knows
Oh wow.
what.
A player's forces
Moon's
are under
also
attack.
close to tier 2 for Alchemist.
Really diligent with his scouting. Barely anybody would scout over there.
Yeah.
But it's Moon, he's got those weird expo positions.
Once again, Moon has a lot of eyes on the map. I like that. Like wisps everywhere. So it's good against Gargs, of course, to spread the wisps, but having this vision is so worth it.
If this had been a ghoul opening, and if he now had 7 ghouls still, he could try to time this in such a way that he will be attacking the tree when it's being crept at the red camp, and then he could maybe even kill it But with going Fiends and having now only one available for offensive purposes, it's going to be very hard to do. Instead, he's going to use the space that he knows that he now has as the tree is walking over to the red camp. And the Keeper will be there as well, obviously, to creep up himself. But this, I think this is one of the most busted things about Night Elf at the moment. He has this super strong early game, and then he has Owls for free, so he has Sentry Wards for free as well to know exactly what's going on.
That will change though once Netties finally upgrades. Red Spot, level 3. Potentially a big item. Moon, WFZ, sorry. Going with a consumable, it has to invest a coil here. Scroll of the Beast can be nice. A lot of damage here, by the way. On this tree, has to eat, has to repair. This forces once again a few resources out of him. Lost plus 12. Meh. Engine of Wind this time. No Dryads.
Alright, we're going into Fairies then again.
Players' forces are under
Yeah, the
attack.
normal build at the moment. Sounds weird, but kind of the case. But usually you do it with an Archer opening and then pick up the Archers, then go into Mass Fairies. With Huntress, very rare to see. Moon is out creeping him super hard, by the way. With a Solo Keeper, already level 4 after 7 minutes.
Yeah, another downside of the Ted Fiend opening, you're really slow at creeping for a long time. Now with the Lich out, it's getting better. The one upside for WFZ is, whatever Moon is making, Fiends are really, really good against it. So I think it would be in Moon's best interest to dwindle and diminish the Fiend numbers as long as he can, and it's most easily doable, of course, before Destroyers are out. So honestly, him mass creeping up right now, I think is a big mistake. I think right now it's time to go Alchemist and hunt the Fiends and keep him from creeping.
He's a little attracted by this level 5 for level 3 Entangle, and then I guess do what you suggest with a later.
What does that
ultimate?
really do? He's gonna have Destroyers anyways. It's not like this Keeper scales very well anymore once Destroyers are out.
That's correct. Maybe he just goes for 1 and then you can out-entangle the Destroyers dispel. But yeah, Fairies are coming now. Expo is up and running now. I can see that he wanted to get this consumable,
A player's forces are under
but
attack.
it's on his side, so he can do that anyways.
He's playing Solo Keeper, isn't he?
Yep. Moon style, man.
Oh, that's... It's Moon, I know, but I really don't think that's a good idea. It's undead. Alright, he's gonna be level 5. Level 3 Entangle gets dispelled just as easily as level 2 Entangle. Or is it Treants, perhaps? If it's Treants, you can really mass up with those, and you do want 2 Destroyers at least in a scenario like this.
It is
and of
Treants.
course- Yeah, I didn't even see.
Yeah, I checked on the overlay.
Town is under siege.
Oh, okay.
So here you get the confirmation for Treants, and yeah, he's still creeping now, so he doesn't get any XP, and here comes WFZ's push, but 4 Fiends, 1 Destroyer, is that going to be too much? He doesn't have a Tinker. Usually you always bring a Tinker with this, don't you?
Doesn't have to supply for it. He's counter-expanding again instead.
Could go for the Book of the Dead, but of course he wants the Wisps to be gone before. He's knocking it down to 50%. Here comes Moon. Engaging and defending, but... Oh, very aggressive. There's gonna be quite a few entangles here. On level 2, of course, Fairies are in this as well. Book of the Dead being summoned. There's no Wisp in this thus far. No one to the Hunters, but the statue is gone in like an instant. The Lich is still out of position, is still surrounded, and catches a ton of damage executed instantly.
Big mistake there by WFZ, where he did so well in game number 1 with the instant dispels. This time he misses once. And when you miss once, the hero can just die like that, and now everything is being chased. Without the Lich here, the damage has decreased significantly, obviously, and the Fairies are chasing forward, going for the statues here.
No
The
weapon.
most important part.
Ah, there it is.
Mana Flare form, hard to kill now, entangle after entangle. DK running low on mana, and once he's out of mana, this is usually where this all turns sour. Even without the Alchemist, this is working fairly well. Of course, the Lich loss there was the big deal. Oh, hold up! We still have 3 Fiends left.
And
He's
the
fighting
Lich
a
is
few kills.
back. Exactly, level 3 on the second hero now. Statues also remaining for the healing. 1 Destroyer comes in, 45 supply, and the Expo is almost done for WFZ. Maybe called this a little too early. He has a bunch of skeletons now, but of course Wisps are going to detonate that. Moon wisely repairing during that fight.
Forces are under attack.
So WFZ has to do all that damage again, but this time he has ghouls.
Only 2 here. Low on mana though is W.
Talents!
Talent's coming in. Alright.
Fury Fire is nice. As he's missing the acid bomb, here we go on to the Lich again. There should be a coil though. Oh, there's no mana. Gets rid of the statue. Lich is out, man, until the next coil is there.
Doing a good job here this time with the dispels. He needs statues though. Taking those out by Moon is key. Finally one is coming in again, but that was late. Or somewhat late at least. Long time without any healing and so much kiting again. We saw this as well between 1-0 and Moon at next. Kiting across the entire map, of course, what you have to do. DK now level 4. That's going to help a lot with the upgrade of the aura, but he's losing so many fiends in the process here.
Saves the Destroyer though. This Fiend will go down as he's running into that opponent's army. Destroyer is out of that fight, level 6 on the Keeper, immediately using Tranquility, and as undeads oftentimes suffer from, there's no disable.
Oh my god, it's taking so long to kill this goddamn fairy dragon. You can't kill it!
Too much region, too much
Time to
armor.
retreat. That's the last coil. No more entangles either, though.
Does he have Nova? Yes, he does. But no damage, man.
Treants dealt with the acolytes, by the way. No more mining at the expansion.
Nicely done. Oh, this multitasking of Moon, of course.
Once again, going for the narrow. I think in those late game scenarios, especially against tier 2 Night Elf, you really want to have Spirit Towers instead. But alright. He's trying to resupply here with acolytes. Undead hero levels have to carry this one more time.
Yeah.
He's at 4-3 at the moment. He needs more.
And I feel you need double crypt against this Fury play to be able to resupply, as he said. But he doesn't have the resources at the moment. Losing all the acolytes hurt a lot. And Moon is just pushing in. Look at all these fairies, man. He's at 60 now. Of course, Nova doesn't work against them. And he's singling out those fiends again, even without Entangle.
A town is under siege.
It's just not enough anti here, not enough healing either. The statues are doing an okay job, but the statue micro is not perfect. The way you want to do it is move them, and every 1.5 seconds heal. Move them, heal. Move them, heal. Hard to do, but if you do it perfectly, they have very high potential. And
the
still
next
no mining at this expansion.
No mining, and I guess he won't mine from that, as once again the Treants are making his way over to the Nerubian. There is this 2 destroyers, so he can deal with them, but damage is done and Moon is engaging again. The destroyers have to focus on this, are missing in the fight. There's no entangle, there's no dispel against the entangle. Level 4 on the Lich. Okay, Hail Mary on this Keeper of the Grove, but there is a potion, so he's safe as well. Hippos are coming in against the destroyers, as there's just not enough web for everything.
Yeah. Very well played by Moon at this point. And, oh my god, he's got so much stuff. So many resources as well, even if the Keeper dies. Coil Nova at least gives him a kill. Only Nova, I guess it was, on the Mauler, but what does that matter?
DK is dropping low as well. Like, this Lich is not getting any damage from this, but he was low anyway, so he took so many shots. Statue at the Expo now. He has to hold on to this Nerubian tower. It's kind of desperate. More and more Treants are coming in. Of course, the duration is not the longest, but they will do their damage. They don't cost anything. You can just throw them away. They are disposable. And Moon with the second expansion at the 6 o'clock position.
Exactly the game he wants to play. 3 bases, here we go. Maybe we're even gonna go to 4 bases later on. Who knows? But he has to keep the pressure up. He can't allow the mining here. If suddenly WFZ gets to 70 supply fiends, then this army of Moons isn't going to do anything anymore, even with 3 bases. So he has to keep on going. Can't retreat, and he is looking for another engagement. WFZ down to 41 supply only.
Yeah, and no level 5. That hurts him a lot. Like, he has double level 4. Okay, he's up against the level 7 Keeper. Hello, Entangle 3. I mean, there are 2 destroyers for now, but let's see for how long. There we go. Dispel a little late. Coils against it, but still down to 50%.
Town is under siege.
Not having a double crit hurts a lot.
I mean, in this kind of game, he couldn't supply it anyways. Doesn't have the economy, as he's consistently getting harassed. Acolytes will be falling again. This expansion was absolutely not worth the investment so far. Now with the slow on the Keeper, maybe he can force a TP onto him. Instead it's coil onto the Destroyer, which still dies. It's just too much piercing damage here.
And he has an invul, and he has a TP. Using the invul first, and I guess going for another entangle as he can support it. The last Destroyer, no, he shows mercy with WFZ. It's still not
But again,
winning.
all Acolytes dead once more. So expensive.
Yeah, these Treants, man, they are really, really good. And triple Engine of Wind now. And upgrades, of course. 2-1, getting the 2-2. As he can afford it. I mean, 3 gold mines running soon. And no transition for WFZ. Nothing. Just camping at his expo, trying to make sure to get some gold pieces. But he's not... Okay, now building the Acolytes again. At 600 gold as well. Can he get...
A few more Treant dispels, and he's level 5 DK now, though.
Yeah. Not going for it yet. Nukes Huntress. Still not enough. Needs one more. The Destroyer falls soon. Has to use the level 2 coil against it.
A good number of Fiends now, though. We have 4 at least. Lich dropping low. Lich eating the coil. And with that, surviving. And Tranquility.
No disable, no silence, no nuke. And there is finally level 5. But he used 3 level 2 coils before reaching level 5.
I mean, the only difference the level 3 coil makes is for offensive purposes, really. On the Keeper. Which... What that... And on the Destroyer, actually. I forgot about that one. He's diving deep now, though, Moon is. Going all the way into the main. That might be a little overzealous. As Web will be ready again, and this will be a lot of Fairies here meeting their end soon, potentially. DK dropping lower as well. Has the TP still, though, to survive with. And Moon is looking more bloodthirsty than we're used to from seeing from him normally.
That's getting late. Maybe he's getting tired. Forces a town portal out of WFZ. Gets almost another fiend here. It's not excluded from the TP, I thought. So Moon has to run through the towers again. Mass Fairy Seal 72 supply. But yeah, can he single them out? No, oh, Tranquility in the
it's ready again.
base.
What do you know?
Oh man, this is so brutal. Fairy Dragons against the statues, of course. Whenever they heal, they get damaged. And that helps a lot, of course. Nice deny from the Lich against this Fiend, who is also level 5. So is there a nuke in him? Nope, no coil. A bunch of Nova, but not throwing that at all. No dispel at here. So he's disabled for quite some time. And every
Surprise Keeper kill. Let's go. Coil Nova's gonna deal a lot of damage. Ah, but Moon gets out before. Doesn't want to get caught off guard. By the way, he TP'd out once the DK finally had the mana for the coil again. That was pretty cool.
Keeping great tabs on it. And in the meantime, killed the expansion of WFZ with, I guess, Treants again.
Yes. 4 Ancients of Wind, by the way.
He likes his mass production buildings today. 4 Ancients of Lore against Colorful. 4 Ancients of Wind here against WFZ. This is something we never see in
Dude, look at
Warcraft.
the fairies! How many is this?
It's quite a bunch of fairies. I can't count too much, man.
That's like 30 fairies almost.
With 2-2, 5 armor. Oh, it's so sweet. 5-5 heroes, though. Yeah, even with, like... Moon is prepared for the hero kill with the Town Portal and Invul, but if he gets this, there's also no potential to kill the expansions, I guess. Like, that's a big problem.
Yeah. The only real way there is to kill fairies very, very fast is gyros.
That's quite hard to get now.
Yeah. Has to get a Dark Ranger, has to somehow get a human into this game and then charm a peasant.
Summon Infi!
Oh my god, the damage.
Forces are under attack.
Yeah, Furies do damage if you have masses of them, and Moon has a bazillion fairies. Can't even probably coil against that anymore. Nova, okay, but what's it do?
And Moon is also Not with everyone, but with a lot of them. Morphing those into Mana Flare form that are webbed. That's a nice touch. Tranquility for the 5th time, I think. Healing up nicely here again, and oh man. So much armor. 17 armor when they're in Mana Flare form, by the way.
Yep. With the Devotion Aura and the upgrades, it's really hard to kill. And Moon again, man, with the solo hero, like with an Alchemist, it would have been always like a little easier, I guess, but he pulls it off. Level 7. And there's no harm. Like, Coil Nova is not a threat here. After killing so many heroes on game 1, he has to constantly use the coils defensively, so only against Nova it's still fine for the Keeper at this point. Haunting him now, but this will only trigger a TP or an invo. Oh, Staff's out even. Heals up, leaves the fairies there. Do it alone. Yep, the Lich has an invo. Level 6 on the DK, but that's only the aura.
It's a lot of Spirit Towers coming up now, though.
Oh. And the Expo is starting again. Main gold mine is dry. He's always killing the Black Citadel, by the way, with Treants. He's tickling him to death everywhere. Treants expire first.
Almost level 8 Keeper.
Oh, the vicious Thorns aura, Remo. Then the game is over.
Then it's time to tap out.
He can't deny the gold mine again. For
How
now.
are we seeing these fiends? Ah, the dust. Okay.
Dust, yeah.
It's not too
There we
spectacular.
go. The Death Knight will fear the Thorns aura so much. Wisps are coming in. You're right, man. These Spirit Towers do a lot of damage. But I guess it's time to end this now, huh? Coil Nova. But guess what? There's Tranquility again. And the last Destroyer falls. Moon has almost 4 times the supply, and that's enough for WFZ to tap out. Moon follows Law, Lion, and TH in the playoffs, and WFZ has one more shot with the lower bracket final against Fly.
All right, that was a wonky series. The first game so well played by WFZ. Is this again happening where he's so close to qualifying and then everything starts to crumble and he starts to fall apart again?
Yeah.
He's going to have a chance to redeem himself now against Fly.
We've seen this actually exactly this story unfolding in front of our eyes so many times, like WFZ winning the winner bracket semifinal, then losing the winner bracket final, and Fly comes from the lower bracket and just wipes him out of the tournament. That is, I wonder if he's mentally stable enough to like forget about the Moon game and just think of how well he played against Fly and repeat that. I mean, we were praising him so high for 3.5 games here today.
Yeah.
But you know, if you lose your motivation, not motivation, but if you lose the faith in yourself, can happen. And Fly picked up the momentum by great games against Colorful, man. Mass Headhunters worked. All of a sudden, everything worked for Fly. So very interesting matchup now. We have had a fan buying our merchandise, a t-shirt and 2 other pieces. Thank you very much. That's very rare these days. The designs are quite good, I guess. So go for more. shop.backtowarcraft.com. Fari WC3, €5 donation. Let's reach the daily goal. He calls to arms here. Thank you very much. And Gustav257 with a 2-month resub. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys all so much. Yeah, we have one more game in store for you today. It's the rematch. It's Orc versus Undead, one of our favorite matchups. But I think, if I read the pattern correctly, we go into a small break, and then we'll be right back with our last game.
Correct, Remo. Well done. See you in a bit.